Good evening, YouTube. This is NeoNexudus here, and that light is blinding me. Is a sneak peek report. I went 3-2, won 3, lost 2. Pretty interesting. I always enjoy sneak peeks. Rather frustrating building a 20 card minimum deck. But yeah. So I stuck a bunch of cards together. It seemed to work, for the most part. The only games I lost were due to the likes of big powerhouse monsters, such as Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, and, well, just some guy called Eddie getting the nuts. I mean, he's Asian, he's got the Asian powers just flowing through them. Asians have this unique power to just game you. Eddie, if you're watching this, love our doll, man. You know, you got the freaking Asian juices flowing and you beat my ass down in game 3. But at least it went to 3 games, at least it wasn't a whitewash. No, wait, it only went to 2 games. So you did whitewash me. How dare you? How dare you? I'm joking. But yeah. So I went 3-2. First match was against a German bomb. Rather interesting match. Sort of going either way. And then he drops Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Which I'm just like, what? Seriously? What the frig? It's like the strongest monster you can use in the sneak peek, because you can't attack over it, because it can banish your monster and itself until the end of the battle phase. And there's no destruction cards. There's no cards which say destroy this or destroy that in the set. That I had anyway. I don't know if anyone else had any, or if there were any, but still. So, yeah. I kind of lost, it was 3 games, and I beat him in the second game with, basically, poking his life points directly, with What Cobra. I love What Cobra in the sneak peek, it was just awesome. Especially when I played Luminize on it. See, What Cobra's a 1000 point light monster, right? And Luminize is like an honest, except in trap form. So basically, they'll go to attack. I'll play Luminize, which negates the attack, and then gives my monster the attacking monster's attack points until my end phase. So come my turn, I can attack over their monster. But because it was What Cobra, I could attack directly, which was brilliant. I once negated an attack against Galaxy Eyes, not realising that German bomb, not realising that he could chain the effect of Galaxy Eyes to that. So it negated the attack of Galaxy Eyes, plus 3,000 to What Cobra, so it was a 4,000, and I attacked directly next turn for 4,000. It was epic. So little cards like that just really worked. Just really worked. Game 2, I went up against, I believe it was the store owner Ben. I beat him 2-1. Second match was rather annoying. Third match, it was just like, keep on poking directly, keep on poking directly, keep on poking directly. It was rather funny. I also locked down his field with a card called Atrophic Control. This card, right here. Atrophic Control. Basically, it says, if your opponent controls 3 or more monsters, they cannot declare an attack. Which is funny. And the only way you'd get around that is to tribute for Rabbi Dragon or Galaxy Eyes. Because sure, you can tribute 1 for 1 for like Larval, what's it called? Larval Landslord. But, you know, you still have 3 monsters at the end of it. So you really need to double tribute to like Rabbi Dragon or Galaxy Eyes. That was pretty much the only way to get around it, unless you attacked over the monsters. But I usually, part of the What Cobra lock, I'd play that spell card and keep on attacking directly with What Cobra. And if they did manage to get around it, I usually 9 times out of 10 had a Luminize or a Mirror Mail face down. Now what Mirror Mail does, it basically, when a face-up monster you control is targeted for an attack, its attack becomes equal to that of the attacking monster, so basically both monsters die. It's quite a funny little trap. There's quite a few good little common cards in this set. I'm quite pleased with that, compared to my track record in previous sneak peeks, where it was just like real crap. I mean, I'm talking shit beyond belief. I believe this track record is about the same as my Star Strike Blast track record for the sneak peek. There wasn't one for Storm and Ragnarok, unfortunately. Then moving on to Extreme Victory, I had most of these spells and traps. I just didn't have many monsters. But the monsters I did have were just like really high in defense or something like that. No real attackers. So I'd mostly won if I could like overpower if they had weak monsters or if they decked out, basically. Always helps to have a big deck. If you can stall your deck in a sneak peek, I wouldn't recommend stalling in a duel normally, but in a sneak peek, right, if you can build a bigger deck with a few stall cards in and wait your opponent out until they deck out, that's a nice win. I wouldn't recommend that in real life because it kind of sucks, but yeah, it's a nice bit of fun with a minimum of a 20 card deck in the sneak peek. I don't think many people are going to mind, but in an official tournament thing, people might get kind of arsey about that. So I'm not big on stalling, but you know, if you're in a real tight predicament and you really can't do anything, stall it out. You know, just go draw, pass, draw, pass, draw, pass. And if you have a monster in defense position that they can't get over, or their field's locked down by that spell card I mentioned, then eventually they might deck out, and it'll be a win for you. And then game 2 or 3, depending on what you go on to, you just try and not get in that position again where you have to stall. So, just a little bit of advice there. So, yeah, went up against Ben 1-2-1. Then I went up against game 3. Who was it, game 3? I believe it was... yes, it was Eddie. Eddie and his badass freaking Asian ninja skills. Props to you, Eddie. You pulled an Evelzar Dolka, and you pulled a Thunder and Dragon. And you also got that Virus monster card, which you discard a monster of a certain attribute and block all cards on the opponent's side of the field with that attribute. So that could have been rather painful if I'd let you got that off. He also had Wind Up, I think that's Wind Up Knight, which has 1800 attack points, and yeah, has 1800 attack points, and has the ability to negate one attack. So that was kind of painful, and I'm at 8 minutes 50, going on to 9 minutes. Wow, I've been rambling a long time, so I'll try and speed this up for you guys. So yeah, Wind Up Knight is annoying because it can negate one attack once. Towards itself, or another Wind Up, that is. He increases the power of his Wind Up Knight with Wind Up Soldier, which is... oh, Wind Up Warrior, sorry, this card. So, that was kind of annoying. And I did manage to win one... no, I didn't. I thought I won one game, but I didn't. It was a 2-0 loss to me. He won 2-0, I lost 2-0. So it was a nice match though. I did lock him down and stall him for a while, and then he just busted out Rabby Dragon on my ass, and it was just like, oh crap. But you know, life moves on. Game 4, sorry, I went up against Matt Flannery. got a few of his cards mixed up, which I set him straight on. But the result was 2-0 to me. Mainly due to the lockdown thing I was talking about, you know, the spell card plus the what cobras. That's one of my favourite plays. And now the dog's going crazy. So yeah, and then game 5 went up against Gary, the only guy who pulled a rescue rabbit at the bloody event. And he also pulled a Galaxy Queen as well, which was quite nice. Unfortunately, we didn't have any. Me and the team didn't have anything he was interested in. He didn't even want tour guide for the freaking rescue rabbit. I mean, come on, it's tour guide. He could have sold that for more than a freaking rescue rabbit. But yeah, I won 2-0 against. No, I won 2-1 against Gary, I do believe. Once again, through What Cobra's. What Cobra is probably my best player in the deck. And when I went up against things like Rabbit Dragon and such, I loved setting Needle Sunfish. And basically what this does is when it's sent to the graveyard, it increases the opponent's attack points. At one monster on the opponent's side of the field, attack points by 500. So I just weaken their Rabbit Dragon and Lance Lord. And it'll be pretty damn funny. So yeah, one of my favourite first turn plays was setting this little guy called Vanilla. Basically, he's a 2050 defender for a level 1 with 150 attack. Now, you know, that's pretty sweet. Not a lot is going to get over that unless it's a Larval Lance Lord or a Rabbit Dragon or a Galaxy Eyes. Of course, everyone was running their Sneak Peek promo card, Alexandra Dragon, which is just awesome. Because in game 2, when I went up against Ben, I won game 3 by this really awesome strategy. He couldn't attack me due to the lock with the spell card. I didn't have any cobras at the point, so I basically went right. I had Rabbit Dragon on the field as a big beater. I had then I set Creepy Crony, this little guy. Basically, he should be called Death Rabbit, but what he does is it's a flip effect, 1900 defense, level 3, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent for each face-up normal monster you control except tokens. So, with Rabbit Dragon on the field, that's 1000. I got him down to 1850 life points, so that would have taken him down to 850 life points. And then I was like, right, how can I beat him? How can I beat him? Because I couldn't get past his monsters either. And then, of all luck, I drop Alexandra Dragon next turn. So I just go summon Alexandra Dragon, flip up Creepy Crony, game. I think Creepy Crony could be a really good card, as well as Vanilla and Rabbit Dragon. Well, maybe not Rabbit Dragon, because obviously Blue Eyes is superior to Rabbit Dragon, but if you can't get hold of Blue Eyes, obviously Rabbit Dragon is the next best bet. It's only 50 under Blue Eyes, but has a higher defense than Blue Eyes of 29. But to date, Blue Eyes is still the strongest vanilla monster out there. Okay. Stuff that I pulled from my packs. Only pulled one holo, which was Dark Light, which basically tribute one dark monster with 1500 or more attack, destroy monsters that were special summoned this turn. Brilliant card. Unfortunately, I didn't have any darks to use it. Got given a Japanese super rare Formula Synchron, so that's pretty nice. Then me and Mr. Sasuke Dragon bought an extra 5 packs afterwards, and out my 5 packs I only pulled a Latinum Dark World thingy. It's alright, but hoping for something better. Oh well. But yeah, that's up for trade, guys. Not sure about this. This might stay in my collection. Dark Light, it's probably going to go up for trade. So yeah, before anything else, I did manage to pick up a second Alexandra Dragon. See? 2 Alexandra Dragons. That's pretty awesome. I like Alexandra Dragon, it looks cool. But yes, I also pulled a baby Dragon. Quite cute. Everyone was going, oh, so cute! And Vanilla. Everyone loves Vanilla, because it's just awesome. Alright, now I'm going to give you guys my sneak peek deck. Look at what I ran in the sneak peek, obviously. Okay. So, turn the screen around. Obviously we've got Rabby Dragon. Sorry about the lighting, guys, but it's pretty darn dark outside. Larval Lancelot. Alexandra Dragon, obviously. Viron Ohm. Now what this card does is basically when this card's normal summoned, target one equip spell in your graveyard, banish that target during your next standby phase, add that equip spell to your hand. Not too bad. You know, pretty much all the Violons go by equip stuff. But it's a light, so watch your Luminize, 1500 beta, not too bad. One Up Soldier, he became an 1800 beta, if only for one turn. Plus 1800 defense, can't really complain with that. My 2 lovely What Cobras, just attacking directly for 1000, and once it inflicts battle damage, you can search your deck for another What monster, so that may convince me to build a What deck. It'll be pretty cool. Neil Sunfish, obviously, when it's sent to the graveyard, 1500 attacker, decreases the opponent, one of the opponent's monsters by 500. Pretty cool. Rye Rider. Now, I'm not exactly sure on the rulings of this card. I can get... Okay, it's not going to show up because it's been a dick. But basically what it does is, when this card battles an opponent's monster, that monster cannot attack while it's face up on the field. It's got 1200 attack and 1400 defense. Defender, and I think even if it goes to the graveyard, the monster that it battled with can't attack. So that's pretty cool. Then obviously, Creepy Crony. Pretty cool. We have Plasma Ball. Basically, it can attack directly. It's on 900. But when it does, it destroys itself at the end of the battle phase. Shark Stickers. Okay. When they, basically, any kind of water monster, like Sea Serpent, Aqua, Fish, things like that, when it's normal summon special, you can special summon this card from your hand, but it cannot be used as a synchro material monster. Yes. Then we've got DD Telepon. Its effect is irrelevant, but it's an 1800 defender. Obviously, Vanilla. Love this card. Favourite first turn set. Then we got Cross Attack, which basically says target one face up attack position monster you control with the same attack. Oh, you have to target 2 face up. Yeah, target 2 face up monsters you control with the same amount of attack. Select one, and basically it can attack directly for that turn. The other one cannot attack. So it's pretty cool. Then we got the Lockdown card, a Traffic Control. Then we've got Monster Slots. I reckon this card is brilliant. Because basically what it does is, you select one monster on your field, right? And if you have a monster in your graveyard with the same level, say level 4, you can banish the target in your graveyard to draw 1 card. And if it's a monster, it's the same monster you banished and that was on the field, because the monster on the field and the monster in the graveyard have to be on the same level. If you draw a monster at the same level, say level 4, you can special summon it. If it's not a monster of the same level, you just keep it in your hand, so it's just an instant +1. I reckon this card could be quite cool. I think people could be using that quite a lot in the future. I'm not saying it's better than Duality, but it certainly has its perks, and only the cost of banishing one monster with the same level as a monster on the field. Not too hard to set up, and it's pretty cool. And it sets up for Ixies and Synchros. Yeah, doesn't say anything about not being able to Synchro. Then we got Luminize. Pretty cool. Basically, as explained earlier, it's like an Honest. You negate the attack of attacking monster that would on your light type monster, and basically until your next end phase, that light monster. Wow, my light's just gone off. Basically, until my end phase, that monster gains the attack of the thingy monster. So we've got 2 of those, which is really good. Mirror Mail just bumps up the attack to even. Damage diet. Halves all battle damage you take this turn, then you can banish this card in your graveyard to halve all effect damage that you take this turn. Fiery Fever. Now it says when basically target one face-up monster you control, equip this card to that monster. To that target. If your opponent controls a monster with attack higher than the same monster's original attack, the attack of the equipped monster becomes double the equipped monster's original attack during the damage step only. That's a bit confusing, but I think it's basically if your opponent attacks a monster that has higher attack than your monster's original attack points, then you can double the attack of your monster. I think. That's the way people working at the sneak peek. Also, Icy Crevice says when exactly one monster you control is destroyed and sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect, target one monster your opponent controls, send that target to the graveyard, and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the original attack in the graveyard. Basically, it's original attack. So yeah, that's my sneak peek deck. I really apologise about the lighting and really apologise about messing up on talking about the card stuff, but you know, it's a brand new set. I've got to learn the new cards and such, and it's pretty darn dark outside. You know, it's like we live in England, for God's sakes. You know, United Kingdom, fucking rainy weather and horrible weather. So yeah. Well, anyway, I've been NeoNexudus. I'm gonna stop rambling now, and I'll sign you out. Peace.